Hi, this is Susan Fisher, and here's another installment in my blog, Path to Wholeness, and it's the 22nd of March, 2020. Lots of twos there. So we're dealing with some big issues in the world right now. And people have asked me, well, what can I do, Susan? And the response that I keep feeling needs to be spoken out in the world is you have a gift. You have a gift built into you that comes with your natural energy. And what happens out in the world is when we get upset and anxious and worried, we stop, we freeze, and our gift becomes frozen, and we stop being able to reconnect to what we're supposed to be doing as a human being. So what I'm going to do today in this blog is I'm going to remind you of what the gifts of each of the 9 natural energies are, and remind you that it's important that you find ways in the world right now to bring your gift out to make the world a better place. In whatever way that feels right for you. Because your path is your path and your way is your way. But your body has this physio-spiritual gift that you can offer to others to ease their pain and help them in whatever way you are able to do. So for natural energy ones out there, remember to be meeting the world in that soft, receptive way. Help people see the beauty in the way this is working. Help them understand their place in the flow of source energy and the plan that is inherent in the way we're arranged as human beings. It's time to release your judgment and truly be in a place of awe and wonder for how the world is responding to what we're facing, and help others know that they have value as a human being in this process. That's very important. So that's what our natural energy ones can help us with right now. Our twos, it's a tough time because this is about social distancing. It's about creating space between us as human beings. So twos love to be in engagement with people. And in a time when engagement is not encouraged, it makes it all the harder. So for our twos, make sure you're not alone. If you're in quarantine as much as possible, find ways to keep interacting with people. Reach out to others through video or just, meeting across the fence for a chat. You sit in your backyard, have your neighbors sit in their backyard, whatever's available to you to create opportunities for engagement so people don't feel so alone. And this is something that twos offer, which is the possibility to have engaged connection even when it's hard and even when it's challenging. And so as a natural energy 2, you have this opportunity to help us remember that we need to still engage with each other, even though it's more challenging and our habitual ways of engaging aren't available to us right now. For our natural energy 3s, keep that smile flowing out into the world. Bring that focus. Offer your joy. Help people to see that their soul is whole, and help them to understand, enliven their soul on the path for their soul. It's a very powerful time for you to be bringing your inspiration and your energy, the energy that you offer through your joy to others, so that we don't lose touch with the importance of our human connection, one-to-one with each other. And helping us, again, find ways. How do we connect? How do we keep our focus on each other? How do we keep our focus on what's important? All things that natural energy 3s can offer as gifts to others right now. And our 4s. So how do we manage our emotions during this process? It's really challenging. Most of the natural energies have a preference to not pay attention to the wisdom of their emotions. But our 4s are our shamans. They are the ones that guide us into that wisdom. So if you have a 4 friend, call them up. Or if you are a 4, call up your friends. Help them work through the emotions that they're facing right now to find the wisdom and the essence of purpose that's buried in the fear. And that's the gift you fours can offer to all of us, is to help us find the wisdom in the place we are right now. And another very important role that Natural Energy 4 plays is to help us know that we are all connected together at the life force level. That despite these physical separations, the connections between human beings never go away. So as we feel isolated, our Natural Energy 4s can help us remember the deep, true connection that all of humanity has to each other. And our beautiful 5s, you can help us all be calm right now. It's very, very easy to spin out. One of the roles that Martin is playing is to gather all of the information he possibly can about what is going on with this disease and its spread and its implications, in an attempt to actually build a framework that will help us recover. So that's when I see my 5s out there trying to really make sense of what really is happening, because there's so much misinformation. So 5 has this unique and special skill to gather that information, assess its viability and power and truth, and then help us know what to do with it. They also know what's missing, what don't we know yet that we really need to know to move forward in a way that's going to be best for all of humanity. And it's a very important time for us to be thinking on that bigger global scale. So for you 5s, that role of actually taking I got the big picture, is really important. And just remembering that other people don't have that ability to build that framework, to make those connections, and to make the intuitive leaps of understanding that need to be made right now. This is something new, it's different. It has never been faced in this way by humanity before. The implications of how we handle this as a world are absolutely huge. And that's really for you 5s to help us take on. It's a big deal. And for you 6s, keep that chest expanded. The gift you have is moving people when they get stuck, knowing what is there to do next. There's this guy, Peter Diamandis, I'm pretty sure he's a 6, and he's been doing beautiful things to get truth out into the world. So creating a software program with his software engineers to pull all of the information together about what's going on and then put it out there for people to actually do something with. 6 isn't necessarily about drawing conclusions, but it is helping people move with move to what is the next action I need to take right now. So if you're stuck, you're home, you're alone, call up a 6 friend. They can help you feel into the energy of what is needed for you in this moment. How do you get yourself back on the alive path? Because shutting down, this is not about shutting down right now. This is actually about eliminating these habitual things that take our life's energy and disperse it into busyness. We have now been asked to, this is me being a 6 in this moment for you, we've been asked to actually let go of these habits so we can find a way of living that actually makes a difference. This is a huge humanic reset. We're working together on a global level like we have never done before. The implications are global, and the opportunities are global. At the same time as they're right here in this house and in your community, finding ways to deal with and help and support each other in a really challenging time. So your 6s can help you know what's true right now. They can help you assimilate what's gone on, to make sense of it and find what action can I take in the middle of this that will make a difference. For our 7s, oh boy, change. Help us with change. What do we have to change? What do you see is possible for us that we're not seeing? This is a complete and total reset, and at some level, our 7s really need to lead this reset. What are we not seeing that we need to see as human beings? What are we holding on to for dear life that's keeping us from actually making the transition that's being asked of us right now? So 7s, it's time to get your voices heard. Bring that energy of change out into your communities, to your people. Don't despair. Rather find a way to bring your wisdom forward. We need the wisdom of 7 now in a very powerful way. And our 8s, geez, we need you guys to kick in and make this all safe again. How do we? What needs to be done? What's the order we need to do things? Who needs to be taken care of first? How do we structure our plans and our processes so that we have maximum safe impact for humanity? And 7s and 8s can get involved here together, which is, because 7s are very good at process, and 8s are very good at this established process of how do we make it safe. And then we'll bring 9 in, which is how do we make sure everybody's included. This is not a time to leave anybody out of the process, because anybody in the process can be the thing that's actually leading it into its next place. So 9 understands, you 9s out there, don't freeze right now. We need you to breathe, and we need you to move into places of leadership for how we can make sure that we have included everything and everybody and every aspect of what is needing to be part of this transformational change that the world's going through right now. So every one of the 9 natural energies has a really critically important piece of what's going on. So for you, my beautiful friends, who know your natural energy and know its grace and ability, bring it forward. Don't sit back on your heels right now. Yes, we're sequestered. Yes, we're stuck in our houses. There's still time for us to be doing things and making the changes that we're here to do. Thanks for listening. I hope this was helpful.